The following hour is brought to you by MidasResources.com, your trusted source for precious metals since 1996. Call Midas today at 1-800-686-2237.
Welcome back to this week's edition of World Crisis Radio. It's our second hour here in Washington, D.C. on the afternoon of Friday, the 7th of November. Now, we have got to go immediately to Benton Harbor, Michigan, and our good friend and one of the most admirable fighters for the American people that we know of, and that's Reverend Edward Pinkney. We missed him last week, but there was a good reason, unfortunately. The judicial frame-up and persecution of Reverend Pinkney has gone forward. But without further ado, let's go there and ask Reverend Pinkney, what's the latest monstrous miscarriage of justice coming out of those courts, Reverend?
Webster, I want to tell you I am excited to be on your show, but unfortunately, an all-white jury with absolutely no evidence. The forensics told them, the handwriting expert, that it could not have been me, and this jury still found me guilty with no evidence. Every witness that they brought in told them that they signed their own date on this petition. And then we had three witnesses say that they witnessed somebody else changing dates. And they still, this all-white jury that was motivated by something other than the truth, found me guilty. It was a political move. It was about a political as anything could ever get. It's shameful. It's disgraceful. And it's really something that we have to get into. I tell you that this is something I don't even know what to tell you. I'm so disturbed about it that, but I can't be. I should have known who it was, or what was going on. I should have known that. You see, but we were so sure that we won every single day. We had a great day. We had a tremendous day. We did. Yes.
Exactly,
so
Reverend.
Webster, I just want to say that I just can't believe it. I was in total shock because I was sure that they was going to come back with not guilty because there was no evidence. I mean, when I say no, I mean absolutely that. Not one piece of evidence that said Reverend Pinkney did anything, yet they came back, 12 white folks, with a verdict of guilty on me.
A kangaroo court, a runaway jury, a jury suborned.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm just so outdone. But I'm working. We also discovered that the felony charges should have been misdemeanor charges because there's no such charge as a felony for changing a date on a recall petition. But my attorney right now, I guess I didn't have all the money for him. He don't want to file no motions now in reference to it.
Well, we want to put, from this time and place, we want to put out a call, right, that pro bono lawyers who are interested in defending human rights, voting rights, constitutional rights in the United States had better contact Reverend Pinkney. This is the time for civil libertarians, the real ones, to come forward. And again, it's probably going to have to be pro bono. But let me also say, I can certainly strongly recommend, and I think it will be approved, that the United Front Against Austerity and the Tax Wall Street Party will do everything possible to have an international campaign, and I stress international, in favor of Reverend Pinkney, because this is a monstrous event, right? This is a miscarriage of justice. This is a perversion of the court system. This is persecution under color of law.
And you are absolutely correct, because it made the front page for 2 weeks. They had a nice big picture of me on there, knowing that they didn't have any evidence, knowing that they didn't have a single thing that say that I did anything. Not nothing. I mean, absolutely. And the prosecutor told the jury, you can convict him with no evidence, and was shaking their head, go up and down, so they could say, and then you can see them doing the same thing. We sure can convict him with no evidence. It was criminal, and but I'm not mad, because I'm fighting back. I'm fighting back, and what I want to do more than anything else, if I can get some funds to just hire me a lawyer. I mean, it's going to take a little money, and I know we've been out there, and I appreciate everybody who sent money for the handwriting expert. That and they told them it couldn't have been me, and they still. How could you find somebody guilty if they say it's not him? And
Okay, Reverend.
No eyewitness to it or anything.
We've got to.
I'm out here, and I'm battling, and I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up. I'm supposed to be sentenced on December the 15th, and I do have a plan, and but I'm gonna work hard to make this thing a reality, so I can be on your show following that Friday. I think it's December the 20th. I'm gonna make sure that I don't have to end up going to jail or anything like that. I'm gonna make sure I do the things that need to be done and continue this fight, because it's all about the people. It's not about Reverend Pinckney. It's about the people.
The handwriting expert is now in the court record of the original jurisdiction, right? That record is going to be valuable because it proves that you didn't do it.
Right.
But then as you go to appeal, but we've got to get to appeal. Reverend, quickly, you got to tell us how people can help, where they can send money, how they can get in touch. In particular, pro bono lawyers, right? Pro bono lawyers, please come forward. Civil rights people.
Absolutely, and I want you can go to bhbanco.org. That's bhbanco.org. I got a PayPal right there, or you can mail a check to Banco, 1940 Union Avenue, Benton Harbor, Michigan, 49022. That's Banco, BANCO, 1940 Union Avenue, Benton Harbor, Michigan, 49022. But go to the website and donate now. And don't wait for somebody else to donate, because I'll never get, then it won't happen. You have to do it. Take this initiative and send some money. Go to bhbanco.org, and there's a PayPal right there. I need the money. I got to save myself. I don't want to be locked up for the rest of my life, and I want to do the right thing.
And I would appeal especially to people who listen to this program in countries outside the United States. And I know that there's a very strong group, right? This is the kind of thing that you will not get on, so many news sources, right? Certainly not the mainstream ones, and not even the supposed opposition or left liberal ones. This is a cause that has to be spread. I guess, Reverend, if we needed to have a press release, the story of what happened, is that written up somewhere so we could start distributing it?
You can go to my website, bhbanco.org.
Uh-huh. Okay.
bhbanco.org is on my website. It's got a lot of information. I got a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of stuff on the internet. I tell you, there was a white couple that was at the trial, and when they said that I was guilty, they started crying like babies in there. Matter of fact, they was crying and I wasn't, which was very unusual. A white couple sit up there and saw, because they was there all week, and they saw what happened, and they said, wow, this is the worst thing I ever seen in my life. And this lady, she just cried and cried, and she was, oh, I'm so sorry. I know, but, I've been, this is war, This is
right.
war, but we got to fight back. We need finances. If you could send some money to bhbanco.org on the PayPal, I tell you, I'm going to win this battle. That's a promise and not a say-so.
We'll do whatever we can to help. And again, an international campaign to focus world attention on this kind of a situation. And unfortunately, this is the Snyder system. Because all of this, again, it's an attempt to maintain the authority of an emergency manager, whatever he calls himself. That's what he is, right? Mayor Hightower from Whirlpool and Wall Street in Benton Harbor, so they can loot the city and steal the park and steal everything else for their rich cronies, right?
Big business has discovered the preparedness market, and that makes it difficult to know where to go and who to trust. MyPatriotSupply.com is owned and operated by patriots just like you. Has the best prices on storable food, non-GMO seeds, water filtration devices, home canning equipment, survival and self-reliance books, and more. MyPatriotSupply.com has old-fashioned values and the absolute best customer service in the industry. Look for the deal of the day. Unique, affordable survival supplies that fit anyone's budget. Get same-day shipping on all orders and free shipping on orders over $49. Call 866-229-0927, 866-229-0927, or visit MyPatriotSupply.com for emergency preparedness, self-reliance, and food independence. Shop with a name you know and a name you can trust. Before it's time to survive, it's time to prepare. MyPatriotSupply.com.
Mike Stenerson for Midas Resources. At no time in history have precious metals been more important, certainly not in my 22 years in the industry. The dollar has lost over 90% of its value in the last 60 years. No fiat currency has ever survived the government printing presses. Ours is not immune. The time is now to be proactive. 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Anything tied to the dollar is at risk. CDs, annuities, 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, you name it, so decide. Do you want to leave a legacy of wealth or debt for your family? The choice is yours. Call me at 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Be proactive, not reactive. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 116.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
I'm Kay Swirling from KSCO Radio in Santa Cruz. I'm 93 years old, and I'm a big fan of Alex Jones because he has the courage to speak his mind more than just about anyone I know. Alex is just as bothered as I am about all the advertising you hear for toxic prescription drugs that make you sicker, not healthy. I prefer to give my body all 90 essential nutrients it needs for life to prevent disease, not compound it. My favorite complete supplement is Beyond Tangy Tangerine from Youngevity, which I take every day along with EFA Plus and Beyond OsteoFX. I recommend you go online to InfoWarsTeam.com to purchase these products and make them part of your daily regimen to get healthy and live longer. InfoWarsTeam.com.
The nation's largest independently owned and operated talk radio network. The Genesis Communications Network. G.
All right, Dan is on.
Welcome back to World Crisis Radio. This is Webster Tarpley in Washington, D.C. Now, we told you at the beginning that the Dan Berdoff for Senate campaign in Nebraska stands as a